Hey, how's it going? Chuck here, and today I want to talk to you about marketing. Surprise, that's what I talk about all the time. But seriously, I've been having this conversation with a prospect, someone that hasn't become a customer, but they're making their way there. And part of the hang-up is that they don't quite understand how this stuff works. And I mean, it makes sense, right? You can't take action on something if you don't understand how it works. So I want to do my best to help you understand how companies are able to get customers online with their website. Everything that we do at Adapt Digital Solutions is based around a website and a Google listing. Those two components are all that we use for 75% of our customers. And they are able to turn around and get people calling them all the time, every week, every month, every year, and becoming their customers. And it just happens like clockwork. And they don't have to pay for advertising. They don't have to send out mail. They don't have to do any of that stuff. Once this fundamental system is set up, it just works on its own. And so let's talk about how that happens. So most people, when they want something, they pull out their phone and they type in whatever they want on Google. And so what happens then? Let's talk about what Google is, what the internet is. So let's use an analogy, like a library. If you go into a library, there's thousands of books everywhere. Sometimes tens of thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands. And how do you find the book you're looking for? Well, the books must be organized in a way that they're searchable. You need to be able to search what is called an index. You index those books. It means that you figure out a way to organize them so that you can search for the one you want and get it really fast. Google is basically just a big index for the internet. So you can think of every website like a book in a library, except it's digital and it exists on the internet. Google was the first company to come along and index these websites in a way that made them searchable in like milliseconds. That's Google's claim to fame. They were the best search engine. And you could argue that they still are the best search engine. They're certainly the biggest and they are the most popular. Over 90% of people are searching on Google when they're looking for a local contractor or any kind of local business. People will type in well driller near me when they need a well drilled. And it's Google's job to be aware of all the websites there are about well drilling and then show that person that's searching the best search result for them, the best website. So, flash back to what we do. I already told you that we get great results for over 3/4 of our clients with just a website and a Google listing. So, first of all, a website's got to be professional. Every interaction that somebody has with you and your business needs to be as professional as possible, right? I mean, this isn't a new concept. It's been the same since the beginning of time. And when it comes to the internet, all somebody has to do is pull out their phone and use their thumbs to type something in, and they get a whole bunch of search results. And so if they find your website, they'll click on it and they're immediately scanning for something wrong. They're looking for any reason why this isn't the right choice. Because by finding it on top of Google, they've already assumed it's the best option. So they want to qualify that. They want to make sure that it's the best option. So they'll scroll through and they'll look for anything that seems unprofessional or fishy or non-trustworthy. And if they find something, all they have to do is click the back button and go to the next one. It's that easy for them to just pass you up. And so that is why we spend so much time making sure a website is professional and every little detail is taken care of. Because it only takes somebody 2 seconds to find something that's wrong and just completely discount that business based on a really tiny detail. So looking professional is key. The next step is just being found. So there's most likely in your area a lot of producers, a lot of businesses that do the same thing that you do. And so how do you get Google to put you on the top? Because remember, people assume that whatever they find on top is the best. And on another note, if they don't find you at all, then you might as well just not exist, because you certainly don't exist in their mind. So how do we get our website to show up on top of Google so that somebody can look at it and decide to hire us? There's an art form. Some would call it a science. I call it an art form called search engine optimization. And really, search engine optimization is just understanding how search engines work, understanding how Google indexes all of these websites. What kind of things do they look for? How does Google even know what's on a website? Understanding these things allows us to build these websites in a way that makes them findable, that makes them indexable. And I'll give you a hint. Text is the main thing that Google looks at, because they've developed computer algorithms that can read text and understand what text is about. They have other algorithms that can look at pictures and understand pictures, and videos and understand videos, but they're not nearly as sophisticated as the ones that understand text. So that's why text is one of the most important things. And there are literally hundreds of other little technical details that go into a website that make it indexable on Google. And at the point where you have a professional website and you're able to be found on Google, the game becomes about being better than your competition is at understanding the search engine and making the right little tweaks to make sure that your website beats everyone else's. And that's it. And the way that we do things here at Adapt Digital Solutions is we focus on the fundamentals. There's things that have been working since the beginning of the internet, and while a lot of marketing companies are chasing the new flashy thing or the new secret technique, we're over here just sticking with the fundamentals and crushing it. And so that's what we do here. Most of our clients are able to just take the website that we build, connected to the Google listing that we made, and that's all they need. Their market isn't super competitive, so they are able to get customers week after week, month after month with just that website. I do it for my own remodeling company, Kyle Construction. We get at least 5 appointments every single week through our website and through our Google listing, like clockwork, every single week, year round. Doesn't matter if it's summer, if it's winter, or what. We never pay for advertising. And honestly, I hardly ever look at the website anymore because it's just working. You don't fix what ain't broke, right? So I hope that makes sense to you. I hope that this video helps you understand a little bit more about how Google works and why the businesses that are able to get the most professional looking website and make sure that people can find it on Google are the ones that are just reaping the rewards. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section down below and I'll be happy to answer them. Thanks for watching.